All right, what questions do you guys have for me?
Yeah, second day of spring practices. What do you see out there?
Fourth day?
Fourth day, sorry.
Second day
for
that
us.
you guys got to cover.
Yeah.
It was good to be in pads. Really good competition. We had a bunch of guys that, we got a lot of. I think we had probably team reps close to 80 reps. So just got to see and evaluate a bunch of players and as much 11 on 11 football as we could. So we had different scenarios and stuff. That's like my worst angle. You know that, right? So there's like a whole bunch of chin with that angle. Anyways, just the guys have a lot of energy and a lot of juice, so we'll keep that rolling and get these guys. Some of them got banged up a little bit, and that happens when you have pads on. So we'll get them 2 days off and then bring them back and go again. Probably be full pads on Monday.
Zane is kind of an interesting position, playing cornerback, but he mentioned you might be using them all over the place. What was the mentality behind that change, and how do you envision his role in this defense?
Just trying to get best 11 on the field, and I think with as much experience he's had, I think it's a good risk to take, and just to be able to get a different look. And I think with the amount of injuries that we've had to deal with in the past, I think you have to kind of try different guys at different places, and just so you know that you can. Obviously, we don't want to plan on guys getting hurt, but I think that's part of the game, So our goal is to try to keep guys as healthy as possible. But when things do happen and we have to use different lineups, then we'll be able to do that and not have to be so new when we get to that week of preparation.
Will there be any other changes in like the support staff, director of recruiting, any stuff like that?
Yeah, there's gonna. I mean, that's part of the job is that you have, change people in and out and get guys in different spots. But yeah, I think for the core, we have a really good group, and as soon as we get those things, figured out, we'll be announcing it.
We obviously don't get to see much, but I think one guy, at least to me, that's kind of stuck out from the tight end group is Isaac Rex.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of role do you anticipate him and maybe some of the other younger tight ends having alongside Matt Bushman?
Playing a lot. I think you saw Isaac make a lot of plays today, and that whole group. I think we've been able to incorporate a lot of different schemes around their strengths, and so he's a big body guy, so he'll be able to make a lot of plays for us. He had a couple great catches today. And a guy that big that can run, and can block, and that has great ball skills. I think he's got a really bright future.
How much improvement have you seen from Neil from last year to this year?
Tons.
I know he's been playing the last couple of days.
He's I think because we were able to use him on scout team, and every day he went against the starter, and had a lot of battles with Diane and Chris and Troy and a lot of these guys. So it wasn't like he was hurting for competition. I think it made him better, and he's a guy that when you put him in a situation to learn, he'll do as much as he can. And I was just been really happy with the things that I've seen from him, and he had a huge impact on the field today. So we have a good group of guys. I think Fessie's doing a great job coaching them, and I think A-Rod and Grimey and the whole staff is doing a great job getting the ball in the hands of a bunch of our playmakers, Gunner and Dax and Matt, and looking at the running back situation, we have a lot of guys that can run the ball and catch out of the backfield. So I think we have a pretty good chance.
Do you project any additions to that wide receiving crew outside of the signees?
Always a chance that could happen. Yeah, I think I think we've got enough flexibility and space that if something does happen, great. But if not, we feel really comfortable with the group that we have and the guys that we're adding to the group. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch those guys play.
Any separation in the quarterback, quote-unquote, competition?
A little bit. I have to see what the film looks like, but I think the competition is a healthy competition, and guys are doing a really good job with it. Yeah.
What do you enjoy most? You've been doing spring ball for a long time. I mean, what do you enjoy most about spring ball?
It's football, man. I just love it, and just being out on the field and having the guys, hit each other and compete, and it's just being around a bunch of guys that love the game. You saw how excited they got to make plays, and they're competing against each other, and this will continue for the rest of the practices. We've got 11 more, and take advantage of all of it. And but I want the guys to have a lot of gratitude and appreciation for what they get to do and the situation that they're in right now, and just feel blessed to be out here and represent their families on the field and play a game. And so it's going to be we have a lot of fun with it, but I think it's important that we demand a lot and have high expectations of this group.
Time goes by pretty quickly, and members of this coaching staff have now been together for a good long time. How much of a difference does that make when it comes to organization?
It's a huge difference because I mean, you're looking at they're speaking the same language now, and there's not like a lot of learning. It's just more adjusting and fine tuning now, you know. So I think that's really important when you're talking about who we're bringing onto staff and who we're going to hire, things like that. That's a huge part of what we're trying to get accomplished, keep the momentum going, and yeah, I think we're in a really good position right now. We have a bunch of good players that I think can really help us have a chance at getting some wins. So it's really important to have coaches that are on the same page and don't have to teach each other as much as they need to get more instruction and trying different things with the players.
Thanks, Kalani.
It's great to have great coaches be great leaders, right? But the best teams are those that
With
are
the players,
player-led,
yep.
right? What's been kind of that message from the coaching staff to the players this offseason?
Yeah, just I think it's easy to say that we need more leaders, but you have to put them in a position to lead. And so I think it's really been, for us trying to get them in that situation. I think having the rah-rah moments to get them motivated, that's what you expect of them every day. But I think that's having them in the decision-making process, having them collaborate and work with the coaches, closely with what they like. And so I think that's really important. And we're in that position now where we have a lot of trust with these players, and we've developed a great relationship with them. So we know who we can lean on for scheme, strategy, but also culture and things that they can help, help others, that they can, as far as leadership, helping others, and whether it's academics, lifestyle, things like that, and putting them in that position is my job and our coach's job. So I think it's easy to say they need a lead, but got to give them direction. I'm doing that. That's what we're doing.
Thanks, Kalani.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
All right. Thanks, guys.